All right, it's Jay today and Gwen tomorrow, and we're back with another adventure. So currently it's 58 degrees. It is October 3rd, 2024. It is 3:21 p.m. and we're in Custer, South Dakota, and we're gonna make our way over to the wildlife loop in Custer State Park. So come along with me. I'm kind of excited about this one, so it should be fun. So looking forward to it. So I've been to Custer State Park before. There's videos on it. However, they have not posted. They'll be posted prior to this. But we didn't do the loop. We only did 16A, which runs from Custer, South Dakota to Keystone. So this time we're doing the wildlife, or I'm going to do the wildlife loop. Got a bunch of painted buffalo out here. I'm pretty sure they had those last time too when we came through, but maybe I'm just now seeing them. Very cool. So it's about 7.3 miles before we get to the park. So all right, let's get going. A is a really beautiful road. Like, I mean, if you're ever out here, that's a road I would recommend going on. But today, I don't believe I'm going on that road. I mean, I'm going to be going on part of 16A, but I'm not taking it over Iron Mountain Road unless I would have to for another video that I'll be doing. And you guys will have to stay tuned for that one. So up here to the right, you'll see the big giant buffalo. I think it's the world's biggest buffalo. I did a short on it a while back, so won't be stopping. It's actually right here around the corner. All wood carving does that, or whatever. You'll see all the wood carving stuff around here. They're the big ones. So I have the world's biggest Bigfoot, world's biggest Smoky Bear, world's biggest buffalo, and there's some really cool stuff. So those turkeys? I don't know if those are turkeys or what those were. They were quite small for turkeys. I don't think turkeys are that. I mean, well, I don't know, I guess. Cornish hen. So we're officially in Custer State Park, which for some reason I thought there was another, I thought there was an entrance to the left last time I was here, but apparently that's not the case. So, but that sign back there, that was just basically letting us know we were in. Buffalo are dangerous, do not approach. So do not approach the big fluffy cows. Like, they are not friendly. So, and they are not cows. So last time I was here in this area, right here where this little driveway off to the left, there was a lady that was in a truck, and she hit that curve or hit that dip really good, and her tire, like one of her, like I think both her tires were off the side of the ground. And if you look at the rocks over here off to the left, some of those rocks are actually like shining. Like, it's so cool seeing that. So let's see where the wildlife loop is. Wildlife loop. Wildlife loop. So I know last time we drove by it and we didn't go down it, so so they have some extreme for it, like they haven't gotten rain for a long time, I guess, which is why their thing is at the extreme. Camp Bob Marshall. And last time we were here and we took it over, didn't see any wildlife anywhere on our road, on the road or whatever, or nowhere near where we were going. So I'm hoping, with my fingers crossed, that even with the cameras on, that we see some wildlife. But I can't promise anything, again, because they are wild animals. So maybe they go and hide, you know. So, but hopefully we'll get to see some up close while I'm in the car and they're outside the car, because I don't believe I'll be exiting the car if they're close. currently 56 degrees. Springs, Rapid City. Wildlife Loop Road is 6 miles this way, so we are going to the Wildlife Loop Road. Definitely going up in elevation. Oh wow. Beautiful views over there to the left. And they have guardrails for our safety. Beautiful views. Wildlife Loop Road 1 mile. That's where we're going. This is cool. Okay, so we have horse crossings and stuff. Some turkeys right here to the left. There's a lot. Holy cow. Got a little bridge. So Custer entrance 15.
Let me out! I'm stuck in your pocket.
I think there might be a fee to do this, but I'm willing to pay that. So let's see what it is. Wildlife Loop Road. So it looks like it's only for like if you're spending more than one day, from what it looked like. I'm only just traveling through, so Buffalo are dangerous, do not approach. So another sign for that. Oh, that little blue bird there was pretty cool. I don't even see any wild animals. Give me 1 second. All right, off and going now. So and again, I just feel like my luck, because I have the camera on, like, we're probably not going to see any wildlife. But who knows? Maybe we will. I would be stoked to see some. So far, I'm not seeing anything. Other than some rocks, some trees, some yellow leaves. I don't even see any over here anywhere. Nothing. It is 60 degrees too, so maybe they're all hiding out. Somebody's out there in a truck out in the middle of the field. See anything. buffalo, where are you? And they have a lot of land to move on, so could be anywhere. Some turkeys down there to the right. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, so coming up here in a little bit, it looks like traffic is kind of heavy. So maybe that's where the buffalo are hanging out, but I don't know. There's some wildlife over here, but I don't know what they are. I saw them from a distance between the trees. Is it elk or what is this? Antelope? Yeah, antelope, so and we've seen abundance of antelope already. But here, I'll show you guys. So, oh, and there's prairie dogs down there too. So, like, that's why there were, one of the prairie dogs ran over by that antelope, the one at the horns. Definitely making all kinds of noise. See the prairie dog running across right there? I don't know if you guys can hear that noise, but that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that's the noise they made. Alright, let's keep going. Maybe we'll see some other animals now. Again, I've seen antelope all over the highway coming in. Roll down my window and see if we can hear other wildlife. Can definitely see the prairie dogs. There's a lot out there. Holy cow. Look at the prairie dog right here. And the whole thing is just filled with them. There's like so many of them. Look at this. Well, sorry. I mean, they're everywhere. Look at this. Look at the prairie dog right here in the hole. That is insane. That's so crazy. There's so many of them. Like everything that's standing up out there's a prairie dog. Wow. And it like running across the field. And this is a hoof of one. I'm not getting close though, so. Oh, they're making noise over there. That's a little prairie dog right here hanging out in the hole. If you look out here too, that's one right there standing up too. I mean, they're everywhere. Just look. That is insane. But this little guy right here, checking me out. Look at that. And this is at Custer State Park, right outside of Custer, South Dakota. The prairie dogs are just so funny. Will not be feed to any animals, so they're wild animals. They can find the food on their own. See you later, prairie dogs. There's so many of them out there. They're like everywhere. Like right here. Hey, prairie dog. Hey, you. You want to say hi to my friends? He's like, don't bug me. Oh, this guy's coming over here. Little guy right there. There's just so many of them out here. Alright, catch you guys on the next one. And prairie dogs, you guys have fun. I wonder what they're digging for. Oh. Wonder what that was about. That's interesting. See you guys later. Have fun, prairie dogs. I'm out of here. Pretty cool. And there's a bunch. Holy cow. Kind of chilly out there, kind of chilly. So I hope we get to see more than antelope and prairie dogs. But I guess we'll see. Bunch of turkeys there off to the right again. And turkeys. So prairie dogs, turkeys, and antelope. I'm don't need to see any more of those. Buffalo, on the other hand, would be pretty cool. Look at the trees. Holy cow. Bright yellow. Sharp curves ahead. Caution. Slow down. Not because there's animals, but because of the curbs. Nice blue bird. Pretty cool looking bird. Pretty cool. That is cool. The view of up here is so cool. I mean, you can see all the cars down below going across. And I can see the road down below right here. That's pretty cool. Yellow leaves. Yeah, look at the road over there. It just curves. So cool. Bunch of turkeys again over there to the right. $63 degrees. Oh, there's buffalo up over here to the left, but they're way out here. They're way up on top of the hill. Maybe we'll get see some closer down here. It's the second time that I've seen buffalo, but they're like way out of the way. What am I doing? Turn my blinker on to go to the right. Just around a curve. Oh my God. It has been crazy and disappointing. I seriously don't think we're gonna see buffalo up close today. And that's just part of my life, I guess. I've been having bad luck when I went with animals. You know, like I said, at Glacier National Park, there was buffaloes, but they were so far away you couldn't even actually. I mean, you could see them, but they were like 500 or 600 yards away, like in a pin. These buffalo here were the ones I saw were up on top of the hill, in a fenced-in area. So, and again, I'm suspecting that that was the only buffalo that you were gonna possibly see. I don't know. Like, I don't see any other than those ones back there. And if that's the case, I mean, it is what it is, and maybe another time we come out here, we'll see some more. Okay, there's something saying 6 miles an hour up ahead. Maybe there's buffalo up here, like in the road. That would be cool. Just as long as they're moving along in the road. Oh, these are donkeys. baby donkeys. Just a couple donkeys here. Stopping traffic here at Custer State Park. Got a couple baby ones. And now one that's going over there. I think they're looking for food. And apparently you can buy food to feed these guys. But yeah. It's a donkey jam. Donkey jam. It's like... Alright, donkeys. I guess it's the only wildlife we're gonna see because we're not seeing any buffalo. So, little donkey jam here going on right here. I think they're definitely looking for food. One. Yeah. I didn't bring any food and yeah. Oh wow. Seem very friendly. Look at the little baby donkeys. Wish they were buffalo. Come on, guys. The little baby one right there. I wish these were buffalo. Alright, well that's as much fun as you're gonna get with donkeys, I guess. Time to move on. Why couldn't they be buffalo? Why could they not be buffalo? Fun with donkeys, I guess. Oh, this is kind of a cool little road. Little roller coaster road. Whee! Maybe it'll be buffalo up here. That would be cool. No. Some dumpsters. Well, that's as wild as you're gonna get. The dumpsters. I don't think we're seeing buffalo today. Other than from like a distance where you can barely like tell that they're buffalo. Oh! Okay. Look at this. So this is the Bison Center here. Custer State Park. And let's go check them out. Maybe that road back there was for the bisons, but there's some buffalo over here. But they're all behind a fence, which is interesting because I've seen them in the road before. So that's as close to the buffaloes as I've seen in the last 2 days. I have not seen buffaloes this close, so they've always been from a distance. Very cool. Closest I've been to buffalo in the last 2 days. In Glacier National Park, they're only 5 to 6 kilometers away. These are still on the other side of the fence, but at least you can actually tell that they're buffalo. The other ones you couldn't too, but they were so far away. So pretty cool. Alright, with that, I'll catch you on the next one. Well, I figure if that's the only buffalo I'm gonna see, then so be it. It's kind of a little disappointment there. Because I've seen pictures of like buffalo in the street, but I don't think that's gonna happen today. They'll be behind the fence or whatever. Oh well. Still a pretty cool area. As the road, look at the road right there go up. So you can see the curves go all the way up in a mountain, like the road's right there. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Look at that. Very cool. Very scenic. And then look at the road. Two little turds. reliefs are pretty cool. Wildlife, yeah. So apparently that happens to me all the time. I go to Cades Cove. It's too foggy to see anything. Which is in the Smoky Mountains. I come to Custer State Park, turn the cameras on, and all the wildlife is so far away you can barely see. Oh well. It's just my luck. It is kind of off season too. Maybe that's the reason why. Because today's October 3rd. Maybe they, and again, I don't know, but it is a park, and I'm suspecting they keep the buffalo within the state park. So, you know, and I saw those buffaloes behind the fence. So maybe because it's an off season, maybe they gathered them all up and put them behind the fence. I mean, as sad as that is, but I don't know. Okay, what's going on up here? Seen a lot of Colorado license plates from here. I guess you're only a couple hours away. Mile 13. Still a pretty road. Pretty drive, I should say. Is there wildlife up in the road up there? kind of hard to see. Looks like wildlife, but or like next to the road, but maybe it's just, oh no, maybe it's just a guardrail. From here it looked like an animal, but I believe it's just a guardrail. French Creek. No water. Oh, wooden bridge. Huh. Oh, it's okay, so there's two. Okay, there's like 5 antelope. There's one over there to the right, one to the left. Uphill. There's some deer or antelope that were back there to the right down there in the Lake Gully thing. I know you guys probably couldn't see that. Jeep tours to see what? You guys ain't gonna see anything. You're gonna see the animals behind the fence. That's funny. I hope you guys didn't spend a lot of money. They're called Buffalo Safaris. I wonder what it costs for those.
Let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket.
They're clearly not stuck in my pocket. 1,200 feet before we get to the visitor center. Well, actually, we'll be visitor centers off. I'm gonna be honest, that was quite disappointing, but I can't do anything about that. So just wasn't gonna happen. No wildlife. I mean, there was antelope and turkeys and prairie dogs and stuff, but I honestly wanted to see buffalo, like, not behind a fence. But that's just me, so. Is there bathrooms over here? Alright guys, so that was the scenic route to the wildlife loop is what they refer to it as at Custer State Park. If you like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe, like, share, follow. And with that, I'll catch you on the next adventures here, there, and everywhere.